Ben Becker had a strong affinity for machines. Since childhood, it was his habit to touch and study any machine he came across. As a result, he was nicknamed Machine Man by his friends and relatives. To add, his father once told him that when he was born, he hadn't cried like other babies. Instead, he was looking at the medical machines in the hospital room where he was born. Sadly, 4 years later, his mother was diagnosed with a chronic respiratory disease. His father, a farmer living in a village, did his best to take her to the city hospital whenever her condition worsened, as she needed a ventilator machine. However, 2 years later, his mother passed away, as there was no machine that could save her life. From that day on, young Becker made a resolution to build machines that could save or at least help people. During his younger years, after completing a graduate degree in science, Becker opted to pursue a PhD in advanced machine learning. Understanding his son's fascination with machines, his poor farmer father supported him by working extra hard. Little did he know that his decision would change the destiny of the world years later. After earning his PhD, Becker married the same neighborhood girl who had been his childhood playmate and had stood by his family during difficult times. Now, at 50 years of age, he was proud to have a loving family consisting of 2 teenage boys, his childhood sweetheart, and his elderly father. However, Becker was disappointed in his mind, as he had not achieved what he had dreamed of in his childhood. Despite having a nice home in Berlin City and a respected job in a university, he had not achieved anything near as per his dream. Although he taught science, especially about the mechanisms of different machines, to university students, Becker wished more. Then, unexpectedly, Becker received an inviting call informing him about a confidential meeting scheduled at 10 a.m. at the White House to be hosted by the President of America. Becker couldn't believe that he was offered the role of a scientist in a project named EMIB. The caller, who identified himself as the Chief of Staff at the White House, took long time to convince Becker to book a flight ticket to Washington, D.C. Mark Kelson had been working as a Secret Service agent at No. 1 Observatory Circle for 4 years. In that short time, he had saved the Vice President at least 6 times. The Vice President had a bad habit of making controversial statements. Kelson, a 6.6 feet tall black man with extremely sharp eyes, had nimble movements and unquestionable dedication. His previous training in a few martial art forms was yielding positive results, at least for the Vice President. A day earlier, he received a letter offering him a transfer from the Vice President to another covered project, directly headed by the President himself. Kelson was not excited about it, knowing that transfers in the White House were inevitable. The previous evening, when the Chief of Staff visited the Vice President, had time for a brief chat with Kelson. The whispered conversation surprised Kelson, as the Chief of Staff revealed that Mark's better days were ahead, as he was to be part of something greater good. Before going to bed that night, Kelson eagerly anticipated the scheduled 10 a.m. meeting at the White House the following day.